What's the song that is played where everybody is on the chair, everybody at going to my mind's going blank now. What's happening? What I can't remember. I'm gonna lose track. My mind's going blank now. What are you talking about? What the hell's going on here? Where the hell are we? My mind's going blank now. I can't remember. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. What am I doing here? My mind's going blank now. Where am I headed? I keep forgetting I'm president. Where am I? No idea. Last night on the television, I was on a telephone rapidly rising and with I don't know. COVID has taken more than 100 years. Look, here's lives reflected in the NHEI. America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put him in, we're going to seize the ill-begotten gains of Putin's kleptocracy. Yeah. NATO's purpose is to defend against aggression. Let me make that near and dear to you that you like to be able to. Anyway. My mind's going blank now. What's happening? What I can't remember. I'm gonna lose track. My mind's going blank now. What are you talking about? What the hell's going on here? Where the hell are we? My mind's going blank now. I can't remember. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. What am I doing here? My mind's going blank now. Where am I headed? I keep forgetting I'm president. Where am I? No idea. I don't think as the idea that political coverage. I want to thank and recognize Dr. John Kingersong. Good song. I can't get this to function at all. My mind's going blank now. What's happening? What I can't remember. I'm gonna lose track. My mind's going blank now. What are you talking about? What the hell's going on here? Where the hell are we? My mind's going blank now. I can't remember. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. What am I doing here? My mind's going blank now. Where am I headed? I keep forgetting I'm president. Where am I? No idea. No idea. No idea. No idea.
We know our enemy. We've seen behind the curtain. And they have a weakness. An Achilles heel.
They are arrogant and completely underestimate what they are up against. They forget who the game master is. They forget how wise this old demon can be. So, let's see who among them survives this killing field.
Welcome to NerdCap. What's up, guys?
What's going on?
Special election night coverage. Not. You know what? The only thing more depressing than watching the election night coverage is
watching my streams.
Close.
Oh.
I was going to say
correspondent down on the election floor.
I was going to say watching somebody else watching election stream coverage, election night coverage. It's like, and no, I don't think so. Sorry.
Just watching it, or just are they talking about it too? Though,
like watching. I don't know. Maybe if they're talking about it.
They're just that would be boring watching them just stare at the screen while.
Yeah.
What's going on? What's going on?
Oh, not much.
Rotating on the long lines at the poll.
Yeah. Look who all we got here tonight. We've got got a great panel. We've got lovely Piper here again with her her scary werewolf face. Ooh,
So
yeah, scary. And we got Todd. Todd is as often, not as usual these days, because he missed a couple of weeks because he had to, but as often, but as usual. And we got Mr. Ink Spots and Mr. Jason. We're going to be talking about Mr. Unhinged himself. So here's my problem. Every time I look at your name, Unhinged, Int, Jason. Every time I see that, I read gent on the end because I used to do metal guitar. So like I hear gent.
I'm not mad about it.
Gent. Yeah.
I'm not upset. That's fine.
that's-
I'll take it.
Yeah, that's that's the vibe I get.
Some people see the ent and they think of the trees. The ent,
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've taken a bit of advice from the Ents. They said it takes a long time to say anything in Old Entish, so don't say anything that's not worth taking a long time to say. So I just I've kind of taken that bit of advice in my life, and I'm like, well, don't say it if it's not worth saying. It's
If you can't say something nice about somebody, make sure they're not in the room.
oh no, I prefer they're in the room.
Make sure you're not live.
I prefer they're in the room.
Oh, you
That
want
way-
them there? I need to see the reaction.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Last thing I want anyone to say is that Luke guy will say he'll talk behind your back. There is not a thing I would say behind your back that I wouldn't say to your face.
I don't talk behind anyone's back that they know of.
But hey, we're getting it right in Florida.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's a blowout down there. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
holy crap!
I used to live down there. I like
Miami-Dade went red,
I know, that's crazy.
right?
Listen, I think all over everywhere else, it's not going to be like a huge blowout like they thought, but you guys definitely, destroyed down there.
Yeah.
I lived in Fort Lauderdale for like 9 years. I liked it.
Wow. Yeah, people that did not vote for DeSantis 4 years ago came out and voted for him this time around. I mean, it's pretty decided. A pretty good chunk of those people.
I voted for him. I
that's
don't even live there anymore.
A lot of it has to do with the how we handled the hurricane and stuff too. That changed
Yeah,
people's
yeah,
minds quite a bit. So
Yeah, and how he handled Disney throwing their
Yeah,
their weight around. Yeah.
Yeah, people were very happy at what he did with them. Yeah.
Hey,
Mail-in
we're like,
ballots.
I'll say this for the first time in a long time, I voted straight Republican ticket. I mean, I'm an independent, so that does it. Well, I'm a former Democrat that is now independent. So,
Went to rehab.
I did
makes sense.
the very difficult rehab, watching the country burn. It's like, yeah, maybe this is not such a good idea.
No, nobody wants that.
Yeah, it's like, no, this is not good. This is not good. But no, I think what you see, you're seeing a lot of people right now that are they're kind of sick of some of these same policies, But I'm not really into talking about those kind of things because we have some fun stuff to talk about tonight that we want to touch base on. Normally, NerdCap is about an hour. Sometimes we go really long, and I don't think we're going to do that tonight. I don't think we'll go long tonight.
That's what you think.
Well, I hope not to go long. Hope not to. Your boy is tired.
Well,
been a
just
long day.
Whatever. Then don't let Ink Spots talk, because once he starts going, you're gonna looking at a 3-hour stream.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. Some bullshit.
Can't take it 3 hours.
Well, I'll tell you what. Here's the thing. When you see this play, it's time to wrap things up. Okay, I'll show you real quick. When you see this, it's time to wrap things up. That is our outro tonight.
Okay.
We will be ending our stream with that tonight.
I thought you were gonna play like the Emmy nominate the music that they play to get people off the stage at the Emmys. They start playing that music like hurry up. Yeah, hurry
No,
up.
I think when I want to do that, I do this one.
Yay! Think about what you've accomplished.
He just does that one to trigger me.
That gives you the heebie-jeebies.
Why, Piper?
Doesn't it?
You're supposed to think about what you accomplished.
Gives you the heebie-jeebies.
The most fucking, oh my god, just the audacity. of her
The
entire
unmitigated
existence.
gall.
Yeah.
Let's go to the chat and welcome the chat. We've got quite a few
Early chat.
in here with us tonight. So thanks for prying yourselves away from the news tonight and joining us for some general tomfoolery and geekery.
Yeah, we're gonna fool it.
So we've got Blue Samurai. He was here waiting at 9:43. He commented on that. Come on, dude. We hadn't even started yet. Like, it wasn't even time yet. He just wanted to be the first one.
Dedication.
Dedication. We got Seth Englehart here. Welcome, Seth. Nice to have you. Wise Guys is here. Welcome, Wise Guys. We've got Will Pace from Creators Outlet. Welcome. Come on, man. You know the thing. Woodrow's here. Welcome, Woodrow. Good to have you here tonight. We have Rob. Just plain old Rob. Hail to the chat. Hail to Rob. It is good to have you here today. Todd from Refship Comics is in the chat and on the panel. Always exciting when you see that. And we've got 80s Made Consumer here. Hail,
80s Made.
Welcome. And we have more of you watching that are commenting, but that's okay. That's okay. Troll away. We'll try to give you some very tasty sound bites that you can clip and stew over for months before you EFAP later on. So we'll try to give you content to stream about on your own channels.
Now I know where our Topicless viewers are, because all those names.
We're on Topicless?
No. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
All those names weren't on Topicless, right?
Exactly. They weren't there.
Ah, yes, the lurkers. We love the lurkers.
You know what? They came here to see me, I know, so.
I was about to say, yeah, they're regular chat over there.
Yeah. Yes, we
I bring it heat.
It took me a while, but I put together a coherent thought.
You did.
Oh, I missed the first one. My dad voted against DeSantis. Dad died in 2012 and has never been in Florida. I'll tell you what, for the first time in her entire life, my mom voted Democrat. Too bad she wasn't alive to see it.
Nice.
Hey yo.
Hey,
Lurkers be trifling, yes they do. I found out somebody, man, they played their hand kind of in like the worst way the other day on Twitter. They had clipped something that I had said months ago, and they've been sitting and holding on to that. Welcome 24 Eyes, welcome. But they'd been sitting on that, and it's not the gotcha they thought it was. You know, they're like, oh, you said this. I'm like, nah, I didn't say that. And then they drop the clip and they're like, I guess you didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. So don't forget the context either, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't say it. You're right.
Yeah, go ahead and include the context for that video clip.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think you'll look as silly goose as you think you will. You know, you freaking
Maybe
weirdo.
they're actually Team Stone. They just don't know.
Maybe they are, you know, but when people get lurking like that, like, you know, it's like you kind of know the lurkers are out there, and you just, you know, you humor them. It's funny, it's fun for me. I enjoy it.
Yeah. I think one of the best ones was Edwin, the ace. Somebody was trolling him, and he just kept telling him to back the ace on Indiegogo. Back the ace on Indiegogo, since you're watching. Thanks.
Yeah, I will sometimes drop the SpongeBob. I don't care.
No,
you know?
Yeah.
It's like look, like you don't understand. Like, I really don't care.
Yeah, they like to think you do though.
Yeah. And usually, if I get in it with somebody on Twitter, it's because I got a little free time on my hands, and it's fun. It's like, yeah.
Do you ever get into people with on Twitter, Inc?
Not really. I just if I don't want to hear from somebody, I just mute them. Then I don't have to be. I don't unfollow them. I just mute them, so I don't have to see what they're saying.
I am judicious with the block. Somebody commented on a thread that I had tweeted. Gosh, over a week ago. I felt like. I mean, it was a long time. And he comes sliding in, commenting on it, and commenting some stupid some stupid thing. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to deal with this guy. And block.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, he's an idiot. Yeah, I don't want to deal with him. So I tend to get. I wasn't as judicious with it before. But
I don't engage. Yeah.
Ever since some of these people they've gotten so bold. I'm just like, yeah, I'd rather just not come lurking around. Some people I know they're lurking, but I let
maybe
them.
3 people that I've blocked, and you'd have to do something really bad in order for me to block you.
Yeah, I don't block anyone. I don't think I've ever blocked anyone, but I've been blocked by one person that I know for sure 100% like purposely blocked me because I'm Comicscape. But it was on Facebook though.
Oh yeah,
when I first started out too. But yeah, so otherwise that though, no, I pretty much stay out of trouble. I mean, it's weird. Like people usually don't even go after me, and I don't want them to. And if they did, I would just ignore them anyway. I don't have time. I don't have time. I got too much to do. Ink and I, we work full time. We're working on comics. I'm helping my family. He's got his family. There's not enough time in the day to worry about moronic people. Yeah, there's not enough time in the day to worry about morons.
They can't ruffle your feathers. They just leave you alone.
Yeah, usually.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, I usually don't engage. If you don't engage, they tend to find someone else to target.
I don't have arguments, but I mean, I'll get into like long discussions with people on there. But I kind of like that, though.
Well, discussion isn't an
other
argument.
Points of view. There was the shipping argument, the PDF thing. Everyone's got their own opinions on that. I don't think it was really. It was just. I think one person just wanted to be right, but he wasn't right. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy.
He's not right. He's wrong.
Plenty of
try to
the
be
conversations are still pretty useful though in the long run.
Yeah. But there's always some idiot that just wants to, that they're so hell bent on being right. It's I don't know. People are.
I just didn't like what that guy was saying because I think what he was saying actually hurts creators about the whole shipping thing and saying like you have stacks of cash left over. No, nobody.
No, you don't.
After you ship everything out, you know what you have left? Usually negative numbers. So fuck off.
Yeah, I know, Luke. You've done a few campaigns. I've done 2.
Yeah,
like you can average in about $10 to $15 per person in shipping per backer.
Yeah.
That's what you can average in, and it does add up to be that. So, because you're not always shipping to your neighbor, but you're shipping to California.
Well, look, we have one person in freaking Singapore. Who the hell knows how much that's going to cost to send a book there?
I do know how much it costs to send a book to Singapore.
It's a lot.
It's about $40 to send a book.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So everybody that's complaining about $10. Well, there's 3 of them right there just to send one extra book, So
people act like we don't want to charge less. Like that's what they're acting like. Like, oh, they just don't want to. No, it's like we do want to charge less because if we charge less in shipping, the odds are better that people will back a product. Like it just is.
And we don't want to lose money. We're not doing this. We want to be right with the customer, but also we're professionals. Let me put it this way: when I color one page of comics. Takes me about 3/4 of a day. I make more money in my day job working 1 hour than I'll work all day on one page of comics. So it's not a lot of money to be made there, guys. So.
Yeah. So if we could charge like $3-5 shipping flat, dude. Yeah, because then we get more backers. We get way more backers. It'd be great. But you just can't do it. And if people who can, maybe they have some kind of system they worked out somewhere. They work in a place where they can actually ship out.
Yeah, maybe they work shipping at some, at freaking Guitar Center, and they can.
Well, that's the thing. Like I
ship stuff out all day long.
I work shipping. I mean, we're at my job. Like I ship out everything, but the problem is I work in shipping. Like I work 8 hours shipping. I can't just sit there. Shipping closes down for an hour and a half for like the UPS to switch days and all that stuff. So I can't just sit there and wait and then stay on third shift. When third shift can be like, hey guys, you guys can't ship right now because I got to ship my books.
Yeah, I gotta go ship my comic books. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way.
I wish it would. I would do it all day. But yeah.
So we're. Yeah, well, that's one of the things that Todd and I are working on. Hopefully, in phase 2. Of this thing we're building, we'll be able to integrate shipping so that shipping costs can be lowered for creators, but also that we can track shipping based on addresses. And so the backers can put their addresses in and like they normally would, but that calculates their shipping costs. So it's actually you're actually doing, and we would buffer it by like 2% to cover if like, it's going to be a minute before the campaign is actually fulfilled.
Right.
So that we've got that 2 or 3% buffer on it. So that it increases it a little bit. So let's say if it's $2.30, then it'll be $3 or something like that.
Right.
So we're working on those kind of features and things like that. But
You'll
I'm
be able
jumping.
to print your own shipping labels from inside
from
the
your
app.
dashboard. Yep.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, but we're looking at that's phase 2. But we haven't even we're talking about phase 2. We haven't even talked about what we're doing and why we're doing it. Let's talk about number 1. What is going on right now in crowdfunding? It's a freaking madhouse out there. Mm-hmm. There's this thing that, when you talk about it, it sounds like you're making it up, called shadow banning. It sounds made up.
It does. Yeah. People, some people have no idea. Like I told my mother, we're shadow banned on this. She's like, what? What is that? Like, she's like, that sounds stupid.
You're making that up.
Yeah, you're making that up. It doesn't even make sense. Why have somebody not make as much money when you benefit from them making money?
Yeah.
You make money off of them making money. Yeah, it just makes
it's solely politics.
And that's the thing, though. But otherwise, there's no logic.
I did check.
I don't get it. Yeah,
I did check. I am not shadow banned right now.
Good.
I'm just unpopular. Yeah.
Well, it's always one silver lining, I guess.
I can tell you, everyone was hesitant to say that it's an attack on a certain group of comic book creators.
They really are, yeah.
But it's only happening to a certain group of comic book creators, and it's keeping happening, and we're getting no explanations, and nobody calling us back, no one emailing us back.
Okay, so
yeah.
Pixel Trader actually blew the lid on this. He wrote a bit of code that caught it or whatever. And then after it was caught and then the beans were spilled to Indiegogo, they removed that code. They changed it. And so now another thing is happening or whatever. So, but they do know that it's... Yeah, they were pretty quick about it. They're way quicker about changing the code that was
they
found.
Got busted using,
Then they are actually responding to, hey, why can't I locate my...
Why
campaign.
is that code in my thing?
They didn't do that, right? But so far, all of the campaigns, well, I don't know all of them because obviously we can't find all of the shadow banned campaigns. There could be plenty of people that aren't in a particular comic book group, but we couldn't tell. We wouldn't be able to know.
You wouldn't be able to know, yeah.
Yeah, we only know if a campaign's been shadow banned when the creator's like, wait a second, I'm having trouble. Gaining any traction, what's going on, and that's when you check and am I shadow banned or just unpopular, and and you hope to God it's shadow banning.
I can say that some people were saying, well, it doesn't really matter. Does Indiegogo really give you that much traffic? Do you sell? I can tell you that our trending amount has gone down thousands and thousands of dollars, and 25% of our total profit came from direct people finding it on the platform.
But my whole argument is, even let's just say it's just 10%. It's like, well, that's still like what, $1,400. That's still that's a chunk of change. Now think about people like Shane who have $140,000.
Exactly.
They're losing tens of thousands of dollars.
Like we've lost like $3,000 already.
Let's be fair. $1,400 is some people's funding goal.
Right.
Yeah.
There are campaigns out there that $1,400 would be a huge win for them.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly. So.
Just because you're looking at money, just because the percentages of the money that you would gain, are larger or smaller than somebody else's.
It's still
the fact is it's still affecting someone's bottom line somewhere.
Exactly.
And
what's the reason for it?
There's been no official
crickets.
reason given.
Yeah.
Crickets, dude. Right. You could even say, because of your Comicsgate. It's like, well, Comicsgate was started off as because of a political movement and stuff like that, and I get that, but I have no political view at all. I'm totally neutral ground. I don't even care. to just attack somebody because they're under a certain subject, it's censorship. It's just pure on censorship, no matter which way you slice it, and that's something that I hate. I hate censorship.
Well, I mean, even before this, we started having an issue with people's funds getting held,
right?
Because their campaign was too violent or had, content they deemed inappropriate or for whatever reason, like,
what I didn't like there, though, is that those rules were not, those rules aren't being enforced unilaterally.
Equally.
Right, yeah.
If you go and look in the comics section, there's flat out, like, adult comics. Like, there's flat out nudity on people's covers. Like,
what business is
violence on the covers and in there.
These people chose to buy it after looking at it. That's their decision. Just collect your money that you're charging us, and what the fuck?
And shut up. Yeah. I can understand.
After the fact, it's political, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's beforehand, then that's a different story.
Like, I can understand, like, covering up nips and, like, your groinal areas, like that, like, full, like, but to totally censor the whole thing out is just ludicrous and ridiculous. But once again, and everybody has rules to everything they're on. And if I join a group or a club somewhere, they're gonna have a certain set of rules. I understand that going in, but their rules aren't very clear on this site. Like, they just aren't. Like, it's just all over the place. It's scattered. And they change it to fit their narrative anyways, to be like, okay, well, we want to circumvent this way, or they don't even email you back. They're like, hey, these are the rules. You didn't follow them. It's like, well, because you don't have rules. You just say it doesn't follow our rules, and you just don't say what the rules are.
Exactly. Like, and again, they definitely do not enforce them equally.
No, I mean, because if they're concerned about books with tits in them, why is there one campaign where their avatar for their campaign is one giant set of tits, and they have not been taken off? So
But also, why do they have sex toys?
Yeah.
On the platform.
Exactly. And that's the other, like, if you look at. Yeah, but if you look at like our campaign, you won't find any of that stuff. Shane's campaign, there's no blood. Like, there's no like blood. There's like, they might show some kicking or something, but it's not really violent, like to the point that you should ban it from anything. Like, it's just ridiculous. Mail-ins, I don't even know what could be happening. These are people that have run campaigns before. It's not like they don't know what they're doing. Like, they've had success. So obviously they're just following the format they did before. But all of a sudden the format they did before is no longer valid. It's like, why? It's political at that point. And if you happen to be on one of their streams, guess what? You're under those politics, no matter which way you slice it. So you're therefore the enemy as well. So it's stupid.
Yeah, we did update our campaign a little bit. We did put the lettered pages up finally so people could read some of the story. Mm-hmm. And we put Dan Plagle's stuff back up because we figure they're not going to unshadow ban us, at this point anyway, so we might as well put as much backup as we can.
Yeah, and Plagle's cover wasn't bad anyway. Shane thought it was the decapitated head, and we censored that out. Inkspot censored that, and he put a censorship over there. Didn't do anything. Didn't fix anything. No. So we were like, yeah, we'll put it back up because it's a great piece. But So but we might as well put cool stuff on the campaign, have people look at, get out on as many channels as we can, promote as much as we can, and get as much money as we can that way. Get the backers in that way.
Yeah. It's just a horrible thing to happen to any campain, you're not on the same, like, so any go the campaigns they left up, they're picking the winners. And if you read their guidelines too, so say there's another campaign that wants to be trending, all they would have to do is go through and flag everybody else, and you're without any reason or rhyme or question, they just shadow ban you automatically, take you off the comics list, and now those comics are trending at the top of the list. Mm-hmm. So it's very easy to cheat and screw people up. So
no trend for you.
Yeah, which was didn't we get taken off of the shadow, or wasn't on shadow ban? I don't know what the issue was, but like on our last 30 we did end up, we thought we were shadow banned, I think, but then the last 30 we ended up going back to the trending list. But then like a few days after that, that's when the ban hit place.
Well, even before we got shadow banned, we were selling at least 3 copies a day,
Yeah.
We were selling a lot of books, and we did not come off the very bottom of the list. We were like past all the books that weren't funding anymore. We were all the way dead stuck at the very bottom, and it made no sense because our percentage kept going up. We were selling books every day, so it made no sense. But and then like when we hit our second 30, we went back to the top of the list for a couple days, and then we were shadow banned right after it. So
Yeah.
it was a weird thing.
Welcome, Ray.
What's up, Ray?
And it definitely hurt us because we went from
Welcome,
selling
Sean.
1 to 3 books a day to selling
Eric Hawkins is
having
here.
days with 0.
Ray's here. Thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for showing up.
Hey, I'm
So-
definitely tired of Indiegogo's BS.
It is ridiculous, and the other thing is like a lot of people are like, oh, we got to talk about what's next for us in the future, and that's great and all, but there's only so many people that are going to actually jump ship. Even the people who've been shadow banned, like all right, well, I'm going to go to crowdfunder, I'm going to go to Kickstarter, I'm going to make my own website, I'm going to do my own thing. But more than likely, those are going to be the lower end guys, because the bigger end guys can still make the bank on Indiegogo. So
they have the platform. Yeah,
they have the
get
platform
eyeballs
for
on
it.
there.
And I don't. Yeah, and you can't fault them.
Yeah, that's the
So-
problem. Yeah, if you have a platform, you don't have to worry about this so much. It's not a big deal.
And you
if
still
you don't
won't.
have a platform, it is a big deal. So last week, I attempted to launch the Hybrids campaign, not on Indiegogo, but on my own crowdfunding site that I had been building and working on with a development company called Thrinacia. And for all the reasons that this kind of all these things was all the reasons that I decided to do that. And I had asked for one feature to be added that needed to be added was a store function. And that store function broke all of the other features. And the next day when we launched, we got 5 backers in, realized what was happening, that it was not tracking nothing was tracking properly. Wasn't calculating shipping, all this. I mean, it was a real mess. It was a disaster.
Charge me shipping.
Yeah, you were the only one that charged shipping. And then after that, it was like, no more. Forget it. Yeah, so it was, it was just a complete disaster. We had Ray come on, Ray Haylock, last week, Tug's web guy. So he came on and he was hanging out with us. Afterwards, we were trying to fix some of the issues. It was nothing. I was like, I can't fix it from my dashboard. This isn't a dashboard issue. So I wound up contacting the company the next day and said, hey, this needs to be fixed. And they tried to charge me an additional 20 development hours, which would have been around $2,000 more to make the site work. And they're like, oh, well, we'll discount it 50%. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. You already said that it worked. You said that you installed the feature and that everything was fine. And I said, no, you've given me I can't use it. It's not functional. And so we went back and forth. And, well, long story short, I wound up launching on Indiegogo, knowing that, like, well, this is, we're going to have issues. Even Odin Dasko had some problems when he launched on Indiegogo. That was the other thing we're not talking about, some of the other problems. It wasn't counting all of his backers right away.
Right. Yeah.
There's been people that have backed and have not gotten confirmations. Money is coming out of their accounts.
Still doing that?
But campaigns are not. Well, as far as I know, it's fixed.
I think that's
I haven't heard anything else about it. But that was an issue. And I mean, it's just been, there's been a lot of confidence in the site that has been waning. And so I was already trying to work on something.
Especially when they won't say anything. They never made a peep like, hey, we're aware of this problem. Hold on, we're on it. Hey, we fixed it. No, they kept tight lips.
Yeah. And the truth is, I was just trying to make something for myself so that I could save money, instead of lose 5% to the platform for every campaign. And, and be able to, be able to be a little more independent, because that's what I want, and have a little more confidence in what we're doing. I could probably bring my crowd over to that. And so I was just trying to work that out. And during that whole process, I got a lot of encouragement to, hey, maybe try to do this for other people too, because it had the capabilities of that. Not until the development team broke it, then it couldn't do that. I mean, it could, but their campaigns would be broken too. Yeah. So it but we wound up, talking, and Todd and I decided to partner and do Fund My Comic. And so we've actually got a development company that Ray had introduced us to, and we've got a thing building. So it is going to be an IGG alternative for comics people. That's not good. We're not going to be subject to the algorithmic overlords that are out there, if you will.
Right.
But the reason why we decided to do it was because of these issues, and these issues don't seem to be going away, and they seem to be getting worse the more political things get, and it's so we decided that we're going to build something, but so you guys are part of the inspiration for Fund My Comic that's going to be taking place.
rather our campaign just have gone smoothly, but that is good that it kind of gave you a little push.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like I said, I know
on my highly functional site, it will be highly functional. It will be. I mean, we've got a genius guy working on it right now, don't we, Todd?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm very excited about it. And
I really like the list of features that we have coming along with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that'll be great. That's really what we need, a site that's... So are you guys going to do only comics, or are you going to do other creative...
comics and games is our focus, yeah. That's our market, but one of the other things that we heard very, kind of overwhelmingly from the backers was that they didn't want to just go to everybody's individual sites to buy.
Yeah,
they liked going to Indiegogo, where they could have multiple comics that they like in one place.
Yeah.
And so we want to give them that option.
Yeah.
And we also want to... So one of the things we're doing is we're only taking a 2% platform fee.
Nice.
Which means you're going to keep a whole lot more of your money.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and that is one thing a lot of people, like, even with Kickstarter and Indiegogo, like the hosting part of it, like this searchability, or even just the browsing of it. Like, you can browse the comic section and be like, oh, this looks kind of cool, and you can click on it, and look more into it. And,
there's not going to be anything to limit what you see.
Yeah, and if there's a shadow ban, though, then it's like, well, guess what? People aren't going to accidentally stumble across your thing in that regard. So it's but the just browsing through the sections is actually a great feature.
Well, also, yeah, I mean, especially if you say you're on a stream, you sell 10 copies of your book. Well, you used to be, you'd be, all right, now you're trending, and your book that's only $10,000 is right next to Cyberfrog or to Fiendish 2 that's selling 6 figures. And so that was a great benefit to being on there, because now people see you next to the bigger campaigns, and you may pick up more sales, and we usually did.
Yeah, because people are like, oh, why is this getting, like, why are people why is this trending? Something's got to be good about it that people are liking about it, Yeah. And it spotlights you.
Yeah, and again, no algorithmic search display control either on it. It is the only functionality that we're going to include in that. So here, like, we really want people to have freedom of expression, but we also want to have some responsibility for that as well. So you can put whatever you want on your campaign. You can present any way that you want. But we're going to ask people, to let's categorize it accordingly by what kind of content you have on there. If it's mature, some people don't want their kids coming on and searching comic books that are more mature. And sometimes they don't, sometimes adults don't want to go and search comic books and be inundated with, well, let's be honest, that's what happens on Kickstarter. You're inundated with a bunch of just tit covers, it's just
furries.
Furries and stuff like that. So we're going to allow people to designate, like, this is for a mature audience, so that it gets put so customers can find what they want to find. It's so we're going to think about it from the user standpoint, the customer standpoint, as much as we think about it from the creator standpoint, so that you have that. And then another feature we're looking at adding is the ability to boost a campaign. Let's say I just backed Frog G, and I see that, man, it needs to get featured. Like, I want it to be up in the spotlight for a minute. So, we're working on a way to be able to do that. That your fans can in an essence, almost like they do on like a Twitch or something like that, where they say, "Hey, everybody, look at what I just did. You're like, I like this comic. You should check it out," kind of thing. So we're working on how that would work, how that would look. But so we're trying to implement all kinds of
referral
cool
rewards
ways.
would be nice too. Like if there was some kind of
Yeah.
if someone refers you, you could tell that,
Oh, yeah.
and then if they refer like 10 people to you, then you know like your number one referral. Maybe you want to like as a campaign owner, you want to reward them somehow for helping
Might
you.
have to put
Well, I know
that on the
IGG has that right now. You can watch your referrals. Now, obviously, there's only going to be so much that we can implement in phase 1.
Yeah.
Because of of time. But as we move along, there's going to be a second and third phase to this too, where eventually what it's going to include is apps for your phone, so you can build and so you can manage your campaign from your phone.
Yeah.
With ease.
We'll have that list of features, and we'll sort them out by the most important ones in phase 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I've gone into my phone before. I had no problem. Like when Absolute 2 was even going, I'd be able to go into the phone. I could go into my dashboard. I could do whatever I wanted. Now, if I do it, like everything's just foobarred. I can't.
It's
I don't
really
understand.
complicated.
I don't know. I don't know what happened. The other thing is like a good because you said you're gonna you can filter it. You can filter it by all ages or mature because there's subcategories.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You might want to. I don't know. You probably already thought of it, but have one being all. That way, because people
absolutely.
might accidentally stumble across Frog G and Cyberfrog at the same time.
Yeah.
Cyberfrog's very mature because of the violence. Frog G's all ages. They wouldn't fit this category, but if you did all,
yeah.
So
yeah. Well, yeah. We obviously intend to do an all. I mean, it's default by all.
Yeah. Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah, it's default by all. It's gonna be where the user can filter out categories, so they can choose what things they don't want to see, rather than just what they do want to see. It's what they don't want to see. Like I don't want to see boobs. Okay.
Right.
All right. You're not going to see any boobs.
Oh, you're
all
missing out.
You are missing out. Everyone should see those.
But you get the idea. It's so that we can build confidence also with the user, like with the
While
backers.
still giving the freedom of the creators to put whatever they want on.
Exactly. So we want. Yeah. So there's 3 basic pillars to what we're trying to do. The first one is freedom of expression. We want to make sure that the creators can express themselves completely freely, without any kind of worry about, am I going to get shadow banned? Is my stuff going to get hidden? Am I going to get taken down? Is my money going to be held from me because of this? Any of that. We don't want them to have to worry about that.
Right now.
It's and Todd and I are both Christians, and I was talking with someone. They're like, "Oh, well, you're going to let content on the site that is not Christian?" And I'm like, "Well, of course." I said, "Here's the deal. Christian content is being filtered as badly as this other content is now. And said for us to honestly have truly freedom of expression, we have to allow all expressions to be put out there. So as much as I don't want my personal beliefs or the things I'm into to be suppressed, I don't want to suppress anybody else's either.
Right.
It's not fair. It has to be unified across the board. So freedom of expression is number one for us.
That's also not good business anyway.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
it's terrible business.
Yeah,
it's terrible business.
Yeah, this is a business. Yeah. It's not not a political movement. It's not a religious movement. It's a business.
It's a business.
You got to separate all that stuff.
Todd and I want to make money from this. We also want to honor God the way we do business, but we want to make money off of this. We wouldn't be doing it, at least a little bit, at least the money we're spending into it, we'd like to make back. So that's our first pillar. Go ahead. Yeah, it would be nice, right?
That is just treating people respectfully,
Right.
Yeah. Treating others the way we would like them to treat us in this situation. And then the next one is fierce independence. I love to be independent. I don't want to bow to the corporate overlords. And I, these oligarchs, I will not bend to them. And so this is an opportunity for individual creators to do it, for us to do it, even for backers, for customers and readers to be like, screw that. Like we're doing our own thing. It's kind of, it's it's kind of like guerrilla warfare for consumerism, if you will.
Yeah.
And then, and then obviously we want full confidence in the site from the people that are using it. Like I've ran a lot of campaigns. And so from my end, I know what I want a campaign, how I want it to work. But I've also backed a lot of campaigns. And so as a consumer, I kind of know what I want it to do. But I've also talked to a lot of my backers and other people out there that are just buying comics. Like, what do you want?
Right.
And people that have campaigns, what do you want? So that we can build that confidence where, security is there, the safety is there, the financial side of things is secure and taken care of. Yeah, it's just a matter of doing it right,
Yeah.
And
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I was just going to say we don't have.
No, I mean it's also
no
a time. It's also a time game. I mean, like once you get it set up, obviously, even if you get like 12 people on there, it's still even then it'll take time to get people like, oh, well, we're gonna go over here instead of Indiegogo.
Yeah.
The backers gonna be like, oh, Indiegogo, we're gonna put it over here. Like it's gonna be a time game.
Yeah.
So and eventually it'll branch out and it'll be the spot to be. It'll be the place to go to get comics.
Comics and
really.
games. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yep. So yeah, anything comic or game related. I have had some people ask me about pros, and I said, well, I don't really market to a pros audience, but if you can bring your audience with you, sure.
Right.
Why not? I mean, essentially anybody can use it.
You have a very good enticement with 2% over 5%. You know what I mean? Like a pro might be like, hey, I can make a lot more money by just hosting on that other site rather than getting charged 5%. So a pro's going to think in the business regardless.
Oh, I said pros, as in.
Oh, I thought you meant pros as in like the pros.
As in novels. No.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, if a pro wants to join, wants to come over, I would love that.
Yeah,
I'll take their 2%.
Yeah,
I'll take
2% of $1 million?
I would be happy to take 2% of $1 million.
You're crazy.
I mean, really, if you think about it, 2% of $1 million is not a lot of money, but it's still a lot of money. I mean,
right.
I would be happy for you to take 2% of $1 million.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
yes,
what we're saying,
IGG and Kickstarter and crowdfunder all take 5%.
Yeah.
We are a straight 2%. That's it, 2%. For the platform, yeah. And the obviously we can't do anything about the bank fees. The bank fees are the same as they are for all the other platforms. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at with that. But that's what we're doing. That's what we're making something there, because of the problems that people are having on this one. But let's watch your trailer.
Yeah.
We've all read the story.
Wait a
The
second.
brave hero.
That guy sounds familiar.
Yeah, he's a little familiar, isn't he?
Sounds like the guy on your trailer.
Yeah.
That sounds like the guy on my trailer.
Your guy. We got your guy.
Oh, you guys don't know this, but I pretty much EFAP everyone's trailers now.
Yeah, it's a thing now.
We play a little and then I stop it.
Oh, okay. No, I won't mute.
Just in time for Dojo to be here.
Hail Dojo. What's going on, man?
Dojo, you just missed. We talked for like 30 minutes about how the platform will be up at some point in December. Like, it is being built. It is being built as we speak.
Watch the replay, Dojo.
Watch the replay. And just so that I'm fair to everybody, I'm going to EFAP their trailer just like I did yours.
Yeah, it all started with Dojo.
It did.
Nice.
If you saw that trailer, you'd
Projectile
understand.
Reptile
Oh,
trailer.
yeah, Projectile Reptile. Yeah.
I said that. I said that name to somebody. Projectile Reptile. They go, that's what my middle schooler calls their wiener.
Nice. I don't know why it's a reptile. It's kind of
No, like a lizard, like a snake.
Yeah, but that's still
it's Draining the Lizard, Chowser Snake.
yeah.
It all
I don't
works.
really
Yeah.
call mine lizard-like. That's something you don't want to be lizard-like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Because snake, like a snake's got 2 dicks.
I don't want to. One is fine.
Anyway,
Hero conquers the diabolical villain and rescues the damsel in distress. But this is real life, and in real life.
Stories don't always have happy endings.
Is this Pedro?
This is Pedro Ang of Tropical Magic.
He did my trailer too.
Yep.
Yes, he did.
We've been shopping at the same store.
Right, sir.
We've been shopping in the same stores.
I think we got him first, though. Just saying.
Frog G. The story of a man turned into a frog by a voodoo priestess sent on a mission to kill him.
Okay, so all right, this makes some sense. A voodoo priestess. Now, is this guy like a guy that's turned into a frog, or a frog that's turned into a guy?
First one.
Yep. Guy turned into a frog.
Guy turns frog. So, what did he do to piss off the voodoo priestess?
Ink?
Is that in the book, or?
It's in the on the campaign. In the first pages, you can see what he does that gets him there.
Calls her early bird special.
Well, that'll do it. Never call a girl a chicken head. They don't like it. I didn't know what it meant when I called somebody. Like, you stupid chicken head. And they're like, I can't believe you said that. And then someone told me what it meant, and I was like, I can't believe I said that. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
God, by death itself. Now our hero must roam the underworld to regain his humanity and win back the woman he loves.
I like that sticky wrench.
Sticky. They all like the sticky wrench.
Hey-o.
Hey.
Hold on a second. I got a clip for that.
Okay. Too late.
Yeah, I was a little slow. A little slow today.
It's all right.
203 backers, $14,390.
Right. Doing good.
Frog G's first book.
Yep.
Not your guys' first rodeo. You've been doing this a minute.
It's my third campaign, but it's Inkspot's first like full IP.
Okay.
Yeah, this is I've worked on 10 plus campaigns, but this is my first, like, where I'm invested in it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that makes it different. It makes it sweeter, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Well, like Ink designed the whole page, laid it out. Ink did the whole Indiegogo page. We did meet in the back room to discuss the tiers and stuff like that, but Ink did the whole page. So yeah, he did a lot of like.
I like how you said we met in a back room, like it's shady dealings.
Well, we all know that's where the whispered networks belong.
Yeah.
So,
It's like I want to be in the room where it happens.
yeah. Piper was there. We were all talking trash about everybody and scheming
That's
and scamming.
Always.
As
Schemes and
for the-
scams. Fudge.
Yep, we were all talking about fudge.
Inks, I got to tell you, I love your art.
Thank you.
It's so expressive and kind of filthy, but like in a good way. You know what I mean? Like, I think you know what I'm saying. Like that, it's got grit in it.
You talking about Jason's art?
This right here.
Yeah,
this
well,
Jason's art?
I do the line work and Inkspots does the colors.
I just do the colors in the
sorry, my
background.
bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
Just do the colors in the back. Dude, that's like, it was like 60% of the book.
I just do the colors of the background and red.
Yes, I meant
story.
Jason's.
Well,
It's so
thank
gritty
you.
but your colors complement it really well, and you've captured the nice lighting in here. The highlights bring in the extra spots. It's very nice. It's a very pretty page to look at.
Yeah, that one was a fun one. It's a good page. We wanted to establish like introducing the characters.
She looks a little bit like. Is she white trash?
How dare you?
She's Puerto Rican and Irish.
Yeah, she's just got a little sass to her. That's all.
Well, I'm just saying.
She does look a lot like Pam from Stardew Valley.
Yeah,
where?
we're thinking she's a little Rosie Perez. That's how she
Yeah.
talks. Like, if you think Rosie Perez. She
Oh,
has
okay.
that
Rosie
accent.
President, yeah.
Or like Pam would be an older her, but older. Rather.
Pam who?
Pam is a character in Stardew Valley.
This chain bit back here, this was cool.
My sister's
Was this
name.
inked in and then you? or
Which
was that-
panel?
This
The
right here.
Chain? Oh,
The
no,
chain,
that
like-
was just a brush I made in Photoshop.
So
Yeah.
you just did the chain yourself, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Ink will like I leave a lot of background space empty, a lot of empty space for Ink to play and just do his imagination what he wants. Because, when you're a colorist, sometimes people are just, I'm not taking anything away from a colorist, but they usually are coloring what's on the page.
Yeah.
Ink Spots is an illustrator and a great, visual person in general. So I was like, he can have a lot of fun and just bring whatever he wants into it by making his own things too. So this is where we truly do collaborate. So,
you get a lot of problems. Like I'm not even going to talk about it. It's a sore subject.
That's fine. Yeah, you don't have to talk about it.
I like this panel with the teeth.
Yeah, and that's another good because like Ink Spots did a lot of the inner mouth stuff, and like the goop dripping down, and like that was a lot of it was Ink Spots, and you could like he doesn't really usually he doesn't color hold usually my stuff, so you can see my lines, like you can see what's me and see what's Ink usually. So yeah.
Oh, okay. My colorist does a lot of color hold.
That's what some colorists do, though. I mean, that's just how they work. Yeah.
I just found out that my colorist can actually draw. Yeah, those eyes look great.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't even a colorist. EVS just said I was a colorist, and then I ended up being one for Comsky. But
Nope.
No, I mean, I was a freelance artist for 20 plus years, working on children's books. Do a lot of paintings. I mean, yeah, I've been in the
you're a colorist.
Gig a long time.
Yeah, you're a colorist, dude. This looks good. I mean,
an artist. Yeah.
I was
This
going to
looks
say,
good.
but in the comic sphere,
Look at
just
this lighting.
coloring can net you big butts. Yep.
It
Big
can
old
get
butts.
you a big. It could get you a big butt definitely because you're sitting down
Definitely
for a
gets you a
long
big
period of
butt.
time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's a big butt in
Oh.
the room. Ink Spots definitely has.
look at this. Look at
Between
this
full-on art
knowledge of
commissions and stuff, though.
lighting.
Yeah.
This right here, guys that are watching, check this out. I'm gonna zoom in on this.
Ooh, yeah. Zoom in on all the bits.
Check this out. See this lighting?
What?
This texture with how that drop shadow's in there just right, and how it. See the Terminator in the skin tone? Good job, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't
I know
do
more
this.
about lighting than I know about color, so.
Here's the thing. I can't do this, but I know if it's done right. And so when a colorist doesn't do it right, and I say, hey, you didn't do that right. Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I don't know what I'm talking about. I just know you didn't do it right.
You didn't do it. Do it right.
Friggin' do it better.
What
am I paying you for?
I mean, I started out as a watercolor artist, then I did digital paintings for a very long time, and I mean, like I said, I was a full-fledged illustrator that worked for all kinds of companies for 20 plus years before I ever started doing any kind of colors on comics or anything.
This is a fun cover.
That one is the double mat attack.
That's our
Yaki and
two
Matt Barr.
mats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yaki and Barr, yeah, they just did something for Fiendish too, a back cover, and it looks great too.
So good. Yeah, they make a great team. And this is the cover for the supplemental. So
Who did your logo?
Matt Barr.
Matt Barr, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of use out of that logo.
Yeah, dude. You pay enough money for something, you're gonna want to use it as much as you can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It looks great, guys.
Thanks, man. And then
Of
the
course-
supplemental's
of
cool
course
though
it's
because with the supplemental, Ink Spots is flexing his illustrative muscles where he's penciling it, and then I'm inking it digitally. So we're flipping the script.
Oh, this
where-
is Ink Spot's
yeah.
art.
It's his pencils and then my digital inks.
Yeah,
So,
I do pencils, and then I do traditional pencils, and then he's doing digital inks over the top.
Well, I like this too. Look at that monster. That's a good monster. Your inks are I like your inks a lot, dude.
Thanks, man.
Real like you kind of. It's very. I don't render this much when I do my inks.
I tried to, like, if you have Absolute Book 1, you could see in the first few pages where I did hold back. But after a while, I just seep in and I can't help myself.
I do more like this. I'm a little more open on my rendering.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's beautiful. That's Irene did that. So yeah.
Yeah, I do that for the colorist. That's why it's so important that the colorist does it right.
Ink does it right.
This
And then
is
you got
cool.
your
I
Dan.
like this.
Yeah, that's Dan Plagle. Killing it.
This is funny.
Nice.
So this is like another face.
Yeah,
Is that a
Ink Spots,
face inside there?
Ink Spots, tell them about this, man.
Oh yeah, Baba Gaga is a character who's a headless witch, and she wears the different heads of her fallen foes like fashion accessories. So, depending on what day it is, she wears a different head. She's also lost a leg in battle, and so her prosthetic leg is a magic wand. It's her magic wand. So, she's the big bad at the end of the first story arc. She's the gatekeeper when he first enters the abyss to go on his quest. So he's got to learn to get past her, and she's going to be his weakest opponent, and he doesn't have an easy time doing that. So,
wow.
Yeah, and this is like Spider-Man meets Hellboy. So you got like fantastical monsters in it and stuff, like a Brothers Grimm fairy tale almost. Because this is a fairy tale. So to me, like all those heads and stuff, that's no harsher than a fairy tale or a fable. So to me, that it still is all ages in my opinion, because you don't see blood gushing everywhere and like entrails hanging down. It's just she's holding a head. You got heads behind her. It's almost like a mannequin. But
yeah, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I don't think so. But reading the stuff we read back in the '90s, this is definitely tame.
I wouldn't put a rating on this thing at all.
Yeah, it's tame enough to be like you said, an all ages book in my opinion.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
It's a fun story. It's an epic. It's a fantasy. It's fairy tale. It's something that you can read to your kid. And you can read as an adult.
Back to this book. It's shadow banned. Okay.
Shadow banned.
You cannot search this. If I pulled this up and tried to search it right now, you can't search it. Like
I would love for you to prove us wrong though, because if you do, that means we're no longer shadow banned.
Let's try it. Let's see if it's still shadow banned.
I tried it like an hour ago.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I try it like every 3 hours.
I don't blame you, man, because we need eyes. You know what I mean? Like we need the eyes. We're like I said, even the big campaigns are getting hurt by these shadow bans, but we all need these eyes on these campaigns. So we just don't have that massive audience. So we got to get on, all the channels that we can get on, even if they have 0 viewers to 1,000 viewers, it doesn't matter. We got to try to get out there. So,
all right. So here's what I'm going to do first. I'm just going to type in Google. I'm going to type in your URL. Frog G Twitter.
I do like that you can find his Twitter, because he's got a link, I'm sure it is.
And that
should I crowdfund?
That's my video from my YouTube.
Okay, so the Indiegogo link shows nothing, right?
Right.
So that's done. So let's go to Indiegogo.com. This is what we're talking about being shadow banned. No.
It is kind of a plus that we have the book is Frog G, and Frog G is an actual person.
Yeah.
So that's a slight in our favor. Not much, but it's still a slight.
So we go to search. And if I type in Frog G.
Yeah, Grog G.
I said Grog G, you won't find that.
You might find it there. You never know. Maybe
you'll find it before I find our campaign.
Frog G.
We got Frog Boy.
Okay. Let's get more specific. It's Frog G what? What's the rest of the title?
Voodoo Gods and Magic.
Oh, the frog.
No.
Voodoo Radio.
Voodoo Radio.
All right, that's enough keywords that should have pulled it up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And even if you look under Unhinged Entertainment, which is me, you can find Absolute 1 and 2, but Frog G doesn't come up. So
You want to put that in there. So let me look up Unhinged.
Yeah, if you look up Jason Bascom, because it's under the campaign's under my name, it doesn't come up. I think if you scroll, yeah, it's just So it's totally shadow banned still. Yeah,
you'll find his old campaigns. They're already over.
So I'm not shadow banned, but Frog G is. Which is stupid. That's why I kind of want to launch an art book or something, or an absolute, second chance and see what happens.
And I don't know if it's been announced yet, but there was also 3 or 4 other major campaigns that were just shadow banned today.
I know Rocket was shadow banned.
Big ones, bigger.
Oh, bigger?
Ones. Yes.
Mike Barron's shadow banned too.
Mike Barron's.
Aaron Lepresti's is shadow banned now.
Are you Aaron Lepresti is the grace of God?
She announced it on Twitter just a few minutes ago.
not Wraith of God. Why would they?
No, it's
It's
still
there.
old. No, the second
Oh, that's
one.
his first one. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
the
the second one ain't there.
Yeah, Wraith of God
Oh.
2 is gone.
I'm gonna have to go to his Twitter then because I still want to. I want to get. Oh no! I'm gonna get
the
it.
current
Hold on.
funding one is gone. See if you can pull it up, because she just announced she was shadow banned.
Yeah, we still there.
We still there.
Good.
Balls is still there.
Every once in a while I check and I'm like, Riff Riders is really wholesome looking. They're gonna have a hard time justifying, like, finding an excuse.
Yeah, but
Killing Fields are
yeah, I don't.
not shadow banned, just unpopular, guys.
It's good that you're not shadow banned.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
She just announced it a little bit ago, and she was not very happy.
Well, no,
No,
no. How can you be?
It's just absurd. That's why, like if you see like any of us on the streams, Leprestes, all of us, any of us, like, you see the link, grab it, even if you're not going to back.
Yeah.
Share it out on Twitter, share it on social media. That way, like, it gets eyes on these campaigns in that regard too. Like, I mean, this is kind of where Comicsgate needs to really, like, you almost promote itself. Like, it kind of has to in this regard because, like, yeah, you guys know what we have, but a friend of yours that loves comic books may not know what we have.
These strangers that you're missing out on. You can only sell so many comics to your friends. You can only get so far selling comics to your personal group of friends.
Link to where it is. There's the tweet that Shelly Lepresti sent out.
Yeah, but like I said, I've seen a lot of familiar names in your chat, but I also see names I haven't seen before in your chat. So if you can't back,
welcome, Wolfer.
Retweet. Yo, what's up, Wolfer?
What's up? What's up?
Like,
He's in here.
And this goes beyond the bug. It's not, it's so random, seemingly random, who it's hitting.
Right.
It's hitting. It's hitting very clearly.
I mean, it's not hitting random whatsoever. It's hitting anybody associated with a movement. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
But the books it's hitting in that movement is random.
Yeah, so, it's slowly building up. So, and it's hitting a lot of books that are it's ones that are doing well or they're getting any kind of attention. Is kind of what's being hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So here we go. We've been shadow banned. So furious. I said it so nice. I'm so furious.
He's so furious.
Send the link around and maybe let Indiegogo know that you think. Time to introduce them to Mama Bear.
Oh shit.
She's saying class action lawsuit, but the problem is Indiegogo has...
It's already in their terms.
It's in their terms that they do not have to promote you in any way, shape, or form, and they're not obligated to put you in any list or do anything for you. So.
Right.
I have not heard that... he is offering a platform to anyone.
No, I think that's his own thing.
Yeah, it's just like everybody else. It's built into their own site. That's what they're doing.
He has such a big audience. He doesn't really need to share with anyone. He's already got his promotion, everything built in. So it's not he just went for that to begin with because he didn't want to put up with anything like we're putting up with right now.
Yeah.
Plus, he's a very big conservative voice, and he already knew they were going to come for him. So
it's kind of funny. It happened on election day. It's weird, odd. I don't know why.
Welcome, David Anderson.
What's up, David?
Welcome, T-Buns. What's up, man? Nick Tucker. I am leaving tomorrow morning.
So
I will be out of town until next Tuesday.
One update is all of our elections in Arizona right now are being stolen. I can guarantee you there's no way that the people that are winning won. I guarantee you they did not win. So Arizona is being stolen. And when you have hundreds of miles of cars backed up in support of the candidate, there's no way. And the candidate was pulling 11 points ahead of the competitor. There's no way they lose by 20 points. There's just no way. So there you go.
That math checked out. That's accurate.
Leading by 11 points, loses by 20. I don't see it happening.
30%? That makes sense.
Yeah.
Someone got shadow banned.
Yeah, they may. So for the first time in a long time, we're going to end up with a nice Democratic governor. So Arizona is all blue now, guys. So I guess I'm moving to Florida. So see ya.
Yeah, we're still a free state down here. So yeah. So
Absolutely insane. If it did, I mean, there's a possibility it did happen. It only takes Maricopa County to flip Arizona. So a lot of that has to do with 500,000 people from California moved here, which you moved from a shithole to come to a good state and then vote it back into a shithole. So
way to go.
Thanks, California.
Smart move.
That's what they do.
Smart move, guys.
So we got a solid red state. I mean, you couldn't get more Republican than most of Arizona, changed by one city. It's very annoying. I guess that's most states, so.
Yeah, probably.
All right, so I'm putting these links back in the comments again. Guys, check these out. These are two great campaigns, being shadow banned. But never fear, we do have a solution. If multiple people come up with a solution for this, then that's fine. That's the free market. We love that. But we will have a solution for this by the end of the year.
Nice.
That will be safe and secure.
I do have a breaking announcement about the elections.
Sure.
Guy Fieri has been reelected mayor of Flavortown.
That I believe. I can get behind that. I believe that.
I'm good with that one.
I believe that one.
Shocking.
Thank you for that. Thank you, correspondent in the field there. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. Guys, hey, I want to thank you, Jason and Inks, for coming on.
Thank you for having us, man.
Yeah,
like I said,
anytime.
The more people that get eyes on this stuff, then, the better. So yeah, I saw a lot of new people I never heard of before in your chat. Hopefully they share it out and they help out a little bit. And if not, that's fine too. You do your thing. So thanks for having us.
Thank you. We're happy to have you anytime. And I'm very excited about what we're doing. Ray, I'm excited that you're a part of this too. Ray kind of orchestrated it last week. He was like, I know a guy.
Yeah, he was.
He goes, I know a guy. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and so we're.
Does he know a guy?
Yeah, he know a guy. Yeah, so we're all working together to make some, make something better. So that we can survive out here on our own. And that's if CG adopts it as theirs, I'm happy with that too. It's like we want everybody to feel safe there. Like, hey, you can speak your mind and you can have a platform to express yourself and make money on it.
Right.
Yeah. Because we're all just trying to provide for our families right now. That's it.
Yep.
We're trying to survive Biden's America. So.
Good luck.
Got it.
Yeah. So,
Thunderdome.
Yeah, it is definitely Thunderdome.
So Biden, I want to. When Biden leaves.
Yeah. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks everybody for stopping by and be a part of the chat. As always, I want to thank our chat because you guys rock. You make the show, guys. I really do appreciate you guys. So
make things.
Yeah, I have to get up early tomorrow, very early, because we are heading on the road. I will be in Indianapolis, Indiana, this coming weekend for Fanboy Expo at the Indiana State Fairgrounds. So we're gonna have a good time up there. Going to visit some family while we're in the area, and then head back to warmer weather. It's going to be cold while we're up there. So please be praying for safe travels for us. We do appreciate that. There will be no Nerd Bacon this Thursday. Nick and I are both traveling this week. He's traveling for the first time in a long time for, I think, his anniversary, I think is what it is. And so he's on the road and I'm on the road. But I told him, I said, look, if we skip this Thursday, we have to hit Thanksgiving. So I joke, we're not going to stream on Thanksgiving. Yeah, but yeah, you guys, again, yeah, so definitely check that out. Be sure to check out the website, what we're doing over there at LukeStoneStudios.com. We've got our store up. Check out the campaigns that we've been running. Follow us on Twitter. Guys, any last words? Any last words? Like I'm about to take you out back.
Yeah, we're getting executed.
Put you down.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it happens. You got to go someday.
Yeah. Any last words?
Back Frog G, we have 3 stretch goals unlocked. So right now you get like 5 trading cards, a couple of stickers, a window cling, and a bookmark. So just by backing the book, you get a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Back the book, get a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, back it, spread it, share it.
20 years. Congratulations, Nick. 20 years is no small
Congrats,
feat.
man. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, winning said.
All right.
Those are my life.
Yeah, all right. Sweet. Piper, Todd, you guys good? You got to get anything off your chest? What's going on?
I'm good. I'm excited to see what is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, if spiders could all stop biting me on the face and neck, that would be awesome.
Well, we'll put a word out for you.
Yeah, that's the only place I get bit. I have another neck spider bite. Like,
how often do you get bit by spiders on the face and neck?
I have a problem with it. Like, I don't know, maybe a couple times a year.
Oh, okay, a couple times a year. All right.
I was just saying,
did I fix
like
my
a couple
site?
times.
No, I did not fix my site. I need to talk to a friend hosts it for free, and I haven't talked to them in a while, and I need to talk.
We know a guy that can fix sites. Here, all right, real quick before we do go, I've noticed that there are so many indie guys out there making comic books. They have books sitting in their offices and in their garages and stuff that they've had made and printed, but they're not selling them. They all say, "I don't know how to sell comics." Look, as a creator, you have to learn some ways of selling, some sales techniques. And the easiest way for you to sell your book is to have a virtual storefront have a website with some e-commerce stuff. So you guys, you need to start getting a hold of Ray. We're going to start pushing out his company and what he's doing.
I can't afford Ray. I have to do it myself because I kind of know how.
Here's the thing. I don't know if you don't know if you can afford Ray until you've talked to Ray. So talk to Ray and he will work with you. I'm sure he will. Because
I can't afford
he
anybody.
cares about you.
How's that?
Well, not until that Riff Raid money hits anyway.
There you go.
Right? Ayo. But Indiegogo took over $500 of it.
Yeah. Yep.
Screw those guys. God. Oh. It's like, I saw
I
this.
do sometimes have people tell me like how to do this stuff. I'm doing it through WordPress. Like, I like the design part. I hate the actually making part of web development.
Indiegogo.
But yeah, so
freaking government.
I've had people tell me, like the friend that hosts it will tell me, I just need to do, this and that, and they'll say it, and I'm like, man, I understand Japanese better than I understand what you just told me.
There you go. All right, guys. Well, you know what I always say. Build up more than you tear down. Leave the wood pile higher than you found it. And we're not going to... No, that's Thursday morning.
Thursdays.
Screw that. Here you go. Have a good one.